We have on the line with us one of the legends in bluegrass music, Mr. Melvin Goins.
Where about you at?
WSGS in Hazard, Kentucky.
You're well in Perry County.
Yes, sir. A lot of folks that are listening to us, Mr. Melvin, will remember that you were on Hazard Television for 19 years.
It was on every Monday night, half hour. We had good sponsors, Bunt Roast, the Children Motors, and Van Hoos Lumber Company was our sponsors. And they kept us on the air there. We were there for 19 years.
I've said many times that I don't know anybody that would rival the Goins brothers and Melvin Goins for going into the schools and exposing our young kids and our young people to bluegrass music.
In fact, I've worked some of them schools when they were little boys and girls. Now today they're bankers and they're school teachers and they're principals. And they say, I remember you come play our school when you wore a gorilla suit or a bear suit. I scared a state police to death one time. The funniest thing ever happened, I was working in Whitesburg, Electric County. So they're doing a road check one day coming out of Hindman, and over there coming out of Hindman, Kentucky. Well, I was doing a road check, so I pulled up. And, well, I had a 1959 white Buick. Well, I had all my sound equipment. I'd been out of working schools that day, and I had all my sound equipment in that old car. Of course, he was kind of sitting down low in the rear. He said, you got a little liquor in this car? I said, no, sir. I said, I don't have. I said, I don't drink. I said, I've been out of working in schools. I said, I got a PA set. He said, can I see your driver's license? I said, yes, sir. So I read him my driver's license. When I read, he just stepped back 3 steps, kind of. He said, are you who I think you are? Oh, I don't know who you think I am. He said, are you Melvin Goins? I said, what's left of him? He said, put your driver's license back in the pocket. I got a story to tell you, little man. He said, when you come played Macon, Kentucky, in Letcher County when I was in 3rd grade, said, you scared me to death by wearing a bear suit. Well, me and you's even today. I got you then. You got me today with a road check. He said, get out here and go on, Melvin. Good to see you. Said, I ain't seen you since I was in the 3rd grade. I said, well, good to see you again. I said, good to see you wearing that badge and gun. The next time you stop somebody, I hope it ain't somebody scared you in the school. Me and Ray used to play them schools, boy, and I'll tell you what, them little fellas squall and holler when we'd come out with them Frankenstein suits on, them gorilla suits and them bears and that stuff. I've seen them leave the classrooms. There was 6 of them jumped on a woman one day in a school, like to knock her down. She fell back. That's one of this big basketball going. Them young ones right on top were screaming every breath. Well, I had to go through every one of them classrooms, that suit where them young ones at, and pull that suit off and show them it was just a fake thing. There wasn't nothing bottom before they quieted down. And when I went through the classrooms and told them, I said, it's just a joke. I said, we just do to have fun. I said, does you girls and boys watch cartoons? Yeah. I said, that's what you'll see today, a cartoon, but it was just dressed up. Well, they got all right. They quieted right down. And that poor old lady, she's teaching, she said, you saved the day. And I had to go through and show them it wasn't real. They thought that was real. But we got away with that stuff, you know. We always had something funny to do after our songs. We'd open up and do about 20, 25 minutes of old songs that they all could join in and sing. Then we'd come out and dressed up and do all that stuff. I'd come out in my polka dot suit, and then Ray would come out maybe with that gorilla on or that Frankenstein outfit or R2 Dumb 2 or all that. We had a different act every year. And I'd bring them all up, have contests, and they'd maybe beat one and win. So I did all 3 of the names, and I said, well, I said, so close, I'm going to give every one of you $1 apiece. So I'd give them all $1 apiece to get that bid in the contest. Boy, they was glad to get that money. I said, you take your girlfriend to McDonald's, get your Happy Meal. I've always enjoyed being around you and Bob and Sonny and the Osborne brothers. I've known Bob and Sonny for many, many years. When Sonny was 14 years old, when he first started playing the banjo, and then he went to work with Monroe playing the banjo. That's when Jimmy Martin was with Monroe, and Sonny played the banjo back then. Bobby, I remember when Bobby was working with the Standard Brothers, he got drafted and went in the Marines. He's working over in WCYB in Bristol, and when he went in the Marines, and I never will forget it, we was playing the Strand Theater one night in Pressburg in November '53 and seen this brand new yellow and white Plymouth pull up, a brand new one. And who was it got out? But Bobby. Bobby got out, and he come into the theater there and said, "Boy," said, "it's good to be out there." And said, "Boy, I can run around and go when I want to and get back till I get ready." So Bobby got out, and boy, he looked good. Of course, he just got out of the Marines. That was in 1953. And he came by the theater. We was playing the Strand Theater there in Prestonsburg that night, and Bobby stopped by to see us. He was on his way to Pikeville. He stopped by and seen us, and I never will forget that. I remember several great things about Bobby that I have known through the years that we've done, talked about, done, seen, and I tell you, Bobby's still what he is. I was watching something yesterday on TV over here in my truck. Had to take my truck to the garage yesterday over here to get the windshield wipers worked on something. So this fella owns a garage in there. He loves bluegrass music, so we got to talking. So he went to calling off names, and he come up with Bob and Sonny. He said, "You know the big song that Bob and Sonny recorded was released on Christmas Day?" I said, "Well, you must be talking about Rocky Top." He said, "Yeah." I said, "Billy O'Brien, a blind man, wrote that song." And I said, "That was voted the Tennessee State song." He said, "Watch this." Well, he turned the door, and there was Sonny up there talking, introduced that song. And God did that Bobby sing it. Lord God Almighty, had that quiet head on, spread back like a jaybird, and he sung a Rocky Top. I could feel the leaves blowing on the trees. And that guy, and I told that boy, I said, "You watch Sonny when it comes home." I said, "Sonny will come in and sing baritone on that." I said, "That harmony will be right there, just like butter, bread, and molasses." But when Sonny come in, I said, "What'd I tell you?" I said, "That's singing." I said, "That's harmony." And I said, the Osborne brothers was noted for some of the best harmony in the world. And I said, that's exactly what you're hearing right now.
You've got another connection to Bobby Osborne in that you both held down positions in one of the famous and pioneer groups in our music, the Lonesome Pine Fiddlers, and you were inducted into the Hall of Honor, the biggest honor you can get in bluegrass music, along with Bobby and Paul Williams as members of the Lonesome Pine Fiddlers, and congratulations on that.
Yeah, me and Bobby and Paul Williams done that night. I had my son try to sing it on God, and I don't know when. So me and Bobby and Paul went backstage there at the Opry, at the old Ramen, and he said, "Melvin," said, "you know any of that Pain in My Heart?" Said, "One of me and Larry Richardson cut." I said, "Well, me and Ray used to sing." I said, "Bobby, it's been so long that I can remember the words." Well, he said, "See if you can remember the first verse." And said, "Paul, you catch a verse, and I'll catch a verse." So there's 3 verses to it. Well, we started out, so I got the first verse, and Paul got one, then Paul got one, then Bobby went back and done the first verse again. Son, it went over great at the Opry. I mean, there when we done it that night, God bless America, and it was clear as a bell, and we never made a bobble. We done it just like we sung it for 100 years.
One of the legends in bluegrass, Melvin Goins. Melvin, thank you for joining us on WSGS.
Take care, man. Keep on doing what you're doing, because you're on the right road.
We appreciate it.
WSGS.com